All right.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready.
All right, action. Hi, I'm Karen, and this is my dad, Michael. We are from the New Wheel in San Francisco and Larkspur, and today we're talking about Tern's new HSD. Now, what is the HSD, Dad?
Well, I took the HSD for a nice ride this morning, and I must say, the HSD is the Shetland pony of bicycles. It's small, it's cute, and it's extremely versatile.
There you go. End of story. Hope you enjoyed it. About a year and a half ago, Tern came out with its first non-folding bike, and it was called the GSD. It is a cargo bike that has lots of sort of practical functionality built into it and has been a total success.
Yeah, I mean, what made, I think, the GSD so special was that it was a compact cargo bike. Well, this one's even more compact. It is a about-town bike. I think that is what it is. If you want to ride into town, pick up groceries, go to the drugstore, have a drink on your way home, this is the bike for it.
Yeah. The rear rack has 130-pound capacity. This is a pretty unusual feature, which means that you literally could, go run an errand, swing by, pick up your 10-year-old from a play date and come home, or go to the library and get a ton of books for the back, or whatever you want to be able to do, you can do with this bike.
I'm impressed by the array of accessories that can be used with it. You can add a front tray, you can add a front basket, you can add a L-shaped tray where you can just throw your backpack on, bunch it in place. And then in back you can put on panniers, you can put a cargo bed on it. Child seat, of course.
Child seat and panniers,
Yeah,
which is the kind of holy grail of carrying one child on the back of a bike.
Yeah.
They're going to have foot pegs and rails for sort of moderately sized kids as well, which will be great. And so it really just is this platform for life, which also is super comfortable. So you'll notice there's two things. There's suspension at the front, and then there's this angle, and in bicycle lingo, this is called a slack seat tube. What that means in practice is it's a more comfortable seating position, and you're sitting sort of more in the bike. You can touch the ground more easily, and I think that's really noticeable as well.
And these handlebars have a feature that I think many of the Tern bikes have, where you can sit upright, you can lean forward, you can go anywhere in between.
What really impresses me is that Tern as a company brings two key things to kind of the e-bike that really nobody else does in the same way. They bring 20-inch wheels and they bring accessory production. The 20-inch wheels make this a really approachable and comfortable and flexible bike, right?
And unintimidating.
You stand next to it and you don't feel like it's a big bike because it isn't a big bike, but then you get on it and it's a stable bike and it's a comfortable bike, so it's sort of surprising in that way.
For its size, the Shetland is the strongest of all horse and pony breeds. I bet you didn't know that.
For its size.
Yeah, they're small.
That's a good qualifier.
Case in point.
They say that about me too. And then from the accessory side of things, because they have such close ties with manufacturing across Asia, they are making all these accessories that nobody else makes. It's very cool. So you really get to treat this as just a blank canvas that works for your life in whatever phase of life you happen to be in.
Interesting thing about the 20-inch format, we think of it as great for older people like me. But the guys who work at our service center, they all drive 20-inch bikes, and it's the coolest, hippest thing on earth for people who are, between 20 and 25. So as a bike for a student on campus, as a bike for a guest that just drops in, it's comfortable, easy to ride, unintimidating, and safe for anybody.
And nimble. Like, I work with lots of people in the city who want to be able to take their toddler to preschool, then zip downtown and go pick up their toddler again. You can get through traffic on a bike like this. You can store up by your desk if you need to. There's all sorts of functionality wrapped up in this little ball of HSD.
And then, have we talked about the fact that you can store it up on end and fold the handlebars and saddle down so that it really takes up a very small footprint and is wonderful for people who have limited amount of storage space.
There are certain things that the bike comes standard with. Some really useful just must-haves, fenders, great wide tires, Super sturdy front suspension that was designed specifically for utility-oriented bicycles, front and rear lights, comfortable grips. I love these ergon grips. They've got hydraulic brakes, which just give you really reliable stopping power no matter the weather, and are great if you're climbing a lot of hills, you're going to be descending those hills, and of course you need good stopping power. And the Bosch motor, the Gen 3 motor, is quiet. It gives you just enough power when you want it, how you want it. A cafe lock.
Which is great.
The P9 is a 9-speed derailleur. The S8i is a 8-speed internally geared Nexus hub with a belt drive. And the S Plus is a New Vinci continuously variable hub that actually has
Self-shifting, which is kind of amazing. So for the person who doesn't want to have to think about what gear they're in or haven't ridden for years, it actually shifts for you.
In this line, you've got bikes that I think would work for so many different use cases. We have a lot of families who have middle-aged kids, like say a 12 or 15-year-old, and they want a bike that they can take to the store or their kid can take to an after-school activity. This is the perfect bike for that. Families with one small child, this is the perfect bike for that. Maybe somebody who just, like you said, wants kind of an about-town bike, something that's comfortable, not inhibiting to get onto, easy to ride.
Somebody who wants to drop their kid off at school, take their office bag, go to work. It comes with, I think, 2 different office bags.
I mean, there's something about this bike too that's like, it's about flexibility, right? Like this kind of canvas idea means that you can change its functionality. It's versatile, like a Shetland pony. It's just like a Shetland pony.
It's a wonderful bike for a first-time rider. It's a wonderful bike if you're just riding around town. A great bike to take your kids to school, to go to work. It's a wonderful second bike for the family that already has a cargo bike, and the other member of the family wants to have a bike to ride around and carry children as well. So you should really come in and try the HSD.
We've got stores in Larkspur and San Francisco, and this bike is there to test ride. So come in and take a ride.